Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Hello, Geminis. How are you guys doing? What's going on? What's been going on in your life? What's happening? Well, before we dive in, you know our motto. You know we always got to clear the energy, clear our space, and make sure that we release any tension. Ah, oh, that's a nice smell. I feel so good today. It's such a beautiful day. Spirits, I want to hear some positive messages on behalf of our Geminis. We're going to clear our space on both sides. So inhale, exhale, then shake it off. But we have to release any tension. It's a new day with new opportunities, new prospects, things that we need to get done and fulfill in our lives. No more allowing hurdles to block us. We want to gain clarity. So let's release that negativity. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and shake it off. Shake it off. Welcome, visitors and cross watchers. Thank you for being a part of the channel. Thank you for sharing your messages with us and listening. Geminis, we just want to practice our breathing. Some things have been falling in place for you recently. Ooh, congratulations. Congratulations. It's a positive spirit. Positive vibe. I like that. Everybody doesn't have that, you know? Sometimes you start up and you could feel the tension right there. It's just coming at you. Yeah. So, spring is here. What have you guys been doing? Hope everybody's okay and manifesting on their goals and dreams and desires and feelings. Because your feeling will help you to gain that control for your best self. You understand that? Mercury, Moon, all these. Oh, so much is going on right now. It seems chaotic. Release that tension. Release it. Spirits, help us to give our wonderful Geminis clarity and understanding for parts of their journey that may be confusing, frustrating, and they just want to be on top of everything and make sure that they forge forward. Help us to give them that clarity and understanding. I just want to, okay, good vibe. I wanted to stay there. I was feeling a little tension for a minute, but did a little bit of breathing. Feeling a little frustration right now. A little frustration. You have options and choices for yourself. This is the Seven of Cups. You see what I said? Look at you. You're in the Four Swords. You are just thinking about everything and trying to line things up the way it needs to be. It could be stressful at times. You're just sorting through things. You're sorting through things. Things have been coming your way. You've had some blessings as well, some rewards, some gain. It could be a new home, a new job, new transportation. It's something new that is a reward coming into your life. Having a little hiccup in a relationship and you're not sure if you made the right choice with someone. You might even be getting to know more people, maybe through a website, a app. I see mm, you are working on being better at how you do things and how you decipher information and how you allow certain people in your life. Every experience has a lesson involved, and you learn something that is helping you to see things in a more transparent form where you're just not going through the motion. You're researching, you're looking up stuff. You learned. Your mind is so, it's like you're more in tune with yourself now. You didn't pick up on a lot of things previously, and that's why you're going through the thought process of weighing everything. Even with the opportunities and things coming your way, you have a reluctance to accept it until you know for sure you've received it. Like if you won something, until you get paid, you're not taking it as you want it. The belief is the receipt. The receipt is like you want to be sure with certain things. You don't want to make assumptions. You want to know for sure that this is how it's supposed to be, because you've had so many disappointments in your life that you look at things differently. You're not assuming anything anymore. That was part of the lesson, right? Don't assume. Don't assume. But it shows in hmm, Four of Wands. You know, it shows you celebrating and experiencing joy after hard work and iron things out. Everything that you're going through right now, these are actually rewards coming to you, because here you have the opportunities, the options. Here you're thinking about everything thoroughly so that you don't make the same mistakes you made in the past. And because of being more thorough and paying more attention and getting more in tune with self, you're now celebrating. You know how beautiful that is when you go through stuff and then you get rewarded? Isn't that special? It's like you put the hard work in, you're sweating, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're frustrated, and then you take the time out because now opportunities and options are being placed on your path after all this hard work. You're now starting to see the proof of your rewards. This is a higher level. And then because of your disbelief and doubt, you got to relax and just think it through and make sure that you've covered every aspect of it. This is a deep awakening for you, where what you've learned on your journey, you're applying it to your life. You're in deep thought right now, Geminis. You're looking at everything from every angle because you don't want to have a repeat of things that happened to you in life. And because you're getting more in tune with your intuition, you're starting to recognize what's important, what you need to focus on, and stay steadfast moving forward on that path and thinking every level through. And because of your dedication and your commitment and your clarity and understanding of how you have to look at things differently from what's already happened, and nothing is a guarantee, but it's like you feeling yourself out. The feelings from your manifestation, from subliminals, from affirmations, is helping you to gain that clarity and that understanding in your life. So now, things that you may have overlooked previously, you're starting to see. You get a feeling, like it's a feeling of discernment. It's where you're recognizing everything that you had assume before. So now you know that the lesson that you learn is actually helping you along the way, because things that you would have jumped in before, now you're stepping back and thinking things through. And it's something you may have took for granted before and didn't do it as much. But now you're realizing the deeper you get in tune and research on something, it helps to bring something out inside of you that's going to lead to you celebrating and being so thankful for the lessons that you learned along the way. That is great. You have your Knight of Wands. You have your Three of Pentacles. You have your King of Wands. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. There's more celebration coming to you. Everything is going to fall in place. It's like you just didn't see the light at all. You're hopeful. You're trying your best to stay positive. But now it's starting to pay off. The ideas you have. You taking on everything. Look at how stable that ground is. Look at that foundation. Look at that foundation. Wow. You may be moving soon. You're going to be moving into something more your speed. This is a positive change for you. It shows the movement. It shows the optimism. It shows the celebration. It shows the thought process. It shows opportunities. You may be changing your career, your employment status, moving to somewhere where you feel more stable, because at the end, it shows you on solid ground right here with the King of Wands. You're on stable, solid ground. Look at that foundation. Look. Look at that foundation. It's like a big block of concrete showing that strong foundation and that stability. No need to be concerned about it, because even though there's turmoil going on right now for you, it's giving you the opportunity to look at everything and think everything through, because you realize that change is necessary. You can't spend 2023 the way you spent 2022. You're looking at new horizons, bigger, through the opportunities that are there, which you can see. The opportunities are there, and you just have to choose what's best for you. I mean, it's showing your persistence, right? It's showing you're going after it. There's movement. That energy is a positive energy. You're willing to tackle what you need to tackle, and in order to get to where you need to be. It's like you have been thinking everything through, right? I'm looking at this and trying to see it at the same time. You're trying to get through some hurdles that have come your way. You see the opportunities, but it's like you can't get to them yet, but they're there. And things are starting to trickle in slowly. And of course, you want more movement. You know that you're happy as far as you're thankful for where you are, because you're not where you used to be. But the speed was not the speed you were seeking. And then all of a sudden, with the Knight of Wands, here you come now diving in. Because after you've been thinking through everything, stuff is starting to turn in your favor. And you're being more assertive. You're placing action, intentional action behind your movements so you could carry on. And then you come and you celebrate. So it's like every level you get to measure how far you've come. And you're experiencing this, it's like this burning inside of you that's giving you a pat on the back and exciting you at the same time, and letting you know, keep going. You're on the right path. Keep going. You're on the right path. It was slow action for a minute, and now you're realizing fast action is needed. Before you were at a slower pace, but now because of the excitement inside of you that's boiling over, and you feel this success. You're tasting it. It's like boiling in your belly. You're feeling this joy and excitement that everything is going to work in your favor. You're feeling it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's inside of you. You could find yourself smiling because you're digging yourself out of some struggles, and you're starting to see the sun, which, even though you know it's there, it's not always burning on you. And now you're feeling the heat from the sun coming on you because you're feeling this comfort. You're in your comfort zone where you still have that fear factor of not getting through with certain things, but you realize that you feel better when you think more positively. When you pat yourself on the back, it makes you elated at the fun of what's to come. It's like getting ready to get on a roller coaster and ride, but this time you're not riding it because of just the turmoil in life itself. You're able to get that balance where it's not the seesaw effect with the up and down, the up and down. You were feeling like that for a while, like you were on a constant roller coaster or seesaw. And now, if you get on any one of those, you have that opportunity to balance out your life where it's not going completely in one way or the other. It's balancing. And that's because of you getting in more in tune with yourself, realizing that you can't control everything. And then you leave things in your source's hands when you go as far as you can. When you can't beat yourself up for going further when you're exhausted, and you have to just listen for a change, not just run with the emotion. You have to actually listen now, because now that you're measuring it, you're starting to see what could happen when you breathe and step back. Because between the two of you, you twins, sometimes you're on different levels and act differently, and then realize it's like sometimes people will say to you, it's like you're possessed at times. You could be one way and then another way. You flip the script so quick. It's like, what happened? Because if people upset you, that other side of you will come out. And the other side can't control it. You're trying to seek out that balance where these twins could come together, where you could come together with your inner self and listen to the messages and try to balance it out till both of you are on the same page. Sometimes you don't even understand it. Why did I react this way? Why am I upset about this? I don't even care. But it might have been you thinking about something else, and you got out of whack, and there's no balance, so therefore you react accordingly, and you allow people to push your buttons. You have to be slow to anger, slow to react, unless it's a life or death situation. But everything is not a life or death situation, and you apply this energy to everything. You can't do that. You'll drive yourself crazy. You've got to breathe. Oh my gosh. You gotta breathe. I thought you were working on getting closer to yourself and recognizing your gifts. But when you get so upset and people are trying to understand what's wrong, what did they do wrong, why are you so upset? It's because you don't have complete control of your emotions yet. When you start seriously working harder on grasping the concept of staying calm and being slow to anger and listening to your intuition, it's like a Zen moment. You need your peace because you gather a lot of anxiety. Because remember, it's two of you fighting a battle. It's not you by yourself and what I say goes. No. Because then the other part comes in and say, I know you don't think you the boss. And you all go back and forth. Meanwhile, the whole person is being affected by this inner turmoil. But when you get more involved with who you are, what you like, what skills you have, what you can do, try your limits, because the good thing is you have options. When you have options, that means you have opportunities. And when you have those opportunities, you have to try and make a decision which is closer to the realm of where you want to be, where you see yourself, your inner peace, your inner works, your inner creativity, your intentional actions will lead you on the path where you need to be. But I'm gonna be honest, sometimes people get lucky and they don't do all that they need to do. They don't do the needful with everything, and they still get through. There's no one way to do anything, but there's a way to get through things so that you can achieve what you're seeking rather than have to go around the mulberry bush. Some people that don't believe in themselves, don't believe in listening, they will have to go around the mulberry bush and they can still be successful. It's just that they're not prepared for the obstacles that come on the path because they haven't listened to themselves. They're not grasping the concept of the messages that are being said to them. They figure, oh, it doesn't resonate with me, so that's it. And then next week, something comes up where that lesson was there for you and you didn't hold on to it. We don't always get things immediately. You ever had an aha moment? Like Oprah always say, aha, you had that aha moment. An aha moment is like, ah, you know, I look at it like this. Let's say that you have a child and they're always like a few minutes late home. And let's say you told them they can't have ice cream or something. So on the way home, they pass by the ice cream store. And at first, it's like, nah, mom said I can't have the ice cream. Next time they pass by the store, they're tempted. And it's like, nah, mom said I can't have the ice cream. And then all of a sudden, you're like, you pass by the ice cream store again and say, you know what? I have my allowance. Mom said she's not going to buy it for me. She didn't say I couldn't buy it for myself. So she said I couldn't have it if I was expecting her to buy it, but if I buy it myself. And then it's like, that's why she said, what do you use your allowance for? And you realize at that moment, she didn't say I couldn't have ice cream in the sense that if I bought it myself. Aha, aha, I get it now. I can buy the ice cream with the money that she gives me as allowance, or dad gives me as allowance. So I bought my ice cream and I realized she's just saying use your own money. What is it for? And then I tell my mom or my dad and they say, that's it. You could have whatever you want as long as you purchase it. What we have here is what we have here. But if we give you allowance, this gives you the opportunity to get the things for yourself. Don't look at us to give it to you when we're already giving you money to save up, to stretch, to split. That's what you need to do. And you say to yourself, you sit back and wow. So all this time, I was missing out on my favorite treat because of the fact that I wouldn't buy it for myself. And then what's so funny, when you have to pay for certain things yourself, you don't spend it as often because the person will end up not even buying that ice cream every day because they got to pay for it. There's so many lessons in every experience that we have in life. And we have to play like tag with it until we figure out, you're it now. You figure it out now. You do this now. When you get in tune with yourself, you open so many more windows and doors to look through, to climb through, to benefit through. It's like you cannot believe that you've gone through some of these experiences and yet you're still standing. And you don't take those lessons for granted anymore because you're working toward your greatness. And you see, let me tell you something. Between us, when you see that King of Wands, you know what it represents? Think about it. You know what it represents? It represents power and authority. People are looking to you for answers. People are looking to you for growth because you've been going through the process and learning along the path. And you have a wealth of information to share. You've gained so much knowledge you don't even know. That's why all these things are falling in line for you. You started off with opportunities. And all you have to do is choose which one will work for you. Then you go and you think things through. You almost go in a sense of like a timeout zone where this is your sanctuary, where you're experiencing your peace. There's solitude, sacrifice, everything. And you're just going through intentional thoughts where you're working to figure out why this matters in your life. Why does this matter in your life is the question that you're asking. Why does this matter at all to you? Why? Why is it important for you to keep going? Because you know, as you listen to your intuition, you start recognizing that this is a time for growth. This is a time for a shift in your life. And there are many changes. There's a relationship that ended, but a new one has started. There's celebration. There's closeness with family. It's people seeing you for who you are. And you're celebrating because you know that you put the hard work and the hard time in. How you think through things will carry you where you're supposed to be. If you give up and you just go with the flow and whatever happens, happens, whatever happens, happens. But when you have intention, intentional actions behind intentional words for intentional movement, you will have intentional growth. There's so many storms that come. You can't stand in the rain and cry, right? You have to be able to let the rain fall on your face if you want it to, because you have that power and authority. You can use an umbrella and say, I don't want to get soaked, and you cover yourself and protect yourself from the rain. Or you could throw the umbrella down completely and say, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I give up. Don't let those words come out of your mouth unless they're to your benefit. If you're in a relationship and it tastes like lemon, it's sour, and you say, you know what? I'd rather have honey in my life. So therefore you let it go. Let it go. It's not a bad thing. You're moving on. You have the power. You have the authority to change your life and transform it the way you see it. And you already know about hard work because you've put that in to get where you are right now. You just got to keep growing, going, and moving. Moving, keep moving. Movement keeps you active. It keeps you warm, keeps you thinking. Because when life comes at you, you got to be prepared to answer back. To answer back. I mean, come on. And you are in a comfort zone right now because you have the power to shift any direction you want to. I'm seeing abundance, wealth, satisfaction, growth. Look at that. And look how you sit on your throne of accountability. You are accountable for your actions. That's why you got the power and the authority. You're not leaving it up to chance or to anybody else. You're not trying to appease everybody because you can't. But once you know that you could manifest that feeling inside of you and ignite it like a flame and dig it up so that you can apply it to your life, all the lessons and experiences that you've had on your journey along the way on your path, that's called learning. Learning is important. Always find yourself learning something new. Adapt accordingly. This is life. This is life, and life can give you some hard blows, and you already know. You've been through some shiggity, okay? Your journey has been a long journey to get to where you need to be. And now, because of the action out of the Knight of Wands, you got to the King of Wands. You are thoughtful. You don't think just of yourself, and you realize that it takes a village. Even when you don't think you need assistance, you do. Humble yourself and recognize that the journey may be long at times. Thought goes into every step, especially when you have opportunities and options, and you give that to yourself when you are in tune with yourself. Think of a car, and you change the tires on the car, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you're driving, you don't understand why you change the tires, and the car is like weebling and wobbling. If it leans too much to the right, you say, okay, it's leaning a lot to the left. What's going on? What wasn't done? You didn't get an alignment. Even a car needs an alignment. You can't just keep going and going without balancing yourself out. Balancing your life, balancing your finances, balancing your attitude. You must seek that balance in your life in order for you to be straight and driving correctly on your path. Make sure that you keep balance in your life. Too much of anything is no good. Too much of that ice cream is no good. Too much of toxic relationships is no good. Too much of giving up. Too much of eating this or eating that. You have to have balance in your life to succeed. Because one way will drain you. It will drain you. It will overwhelm you. It will weaken you. And you're sitting in a chair, a throne of power and authority. And as that king or queen, you have to balance your life. Abundance is pouring down on you. You got to balance your money, work out your bills, pay them on time, line them up, write the date down, and cross out every time you accomplish something. That's what it's all about. It's getting a grip on your life. So, Gemini, you are definitely on the right path. But what I love about this path that you're on, you're learning at every level. It's exhausting, I know, but you are learning at every level. Good experiences, bad experiences. Where there's good, there's bad. Okay? Where there's positivity, there's negativity. Even with a battery in the car, you got to have a positive and a negative. And those two have to balance out for you to move on. So take that time that you need when you need it, because your path is going to be a great one. I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of things coming your way. Believe that. You're rebuilding credit. You're looking at your opportunities. You're going to be moving into a new home. This is a good time for you, a good time. Now we're going to just figure out what your angel number is today. Ooh, what is it? 1, 2, 3. And that's the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're taking the necessary steps to rebuilding your life and getting in tune. It says your path will not look identical to anyone else's. That is what makes you unique. Remember that as you stay the path that feels connected. The path will continue to lead you to, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to lose my mind. You know that lady was saying that you about to lose your job. I'm saying I'm about to lose my mind. Listen to this. Okay. This is dramatic time. Okay. Dramatical time right now. Okay. Listen to this. And listen to what we just said. What we just conveyed to you. What I just conveyed to you. What we shared with you. What I shared with you. Look at this. Your path will not look identical to anyone else's. That is what makes you unique. Remember that as you stay the path that feels connected, the path will continue to lead you to alignment. Did we not just talk about the car and the alignment with the wheels? Did I not just say that? Hello? Hello, somebody? I'm telling you, this overwhelming feeling. Okay. Let your vision be as different as you are. My path is mine and mine alone. When I follow my path, alignment comes naturally. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is what we were just discussing about you being in alignment, having an alignment, making sure there's balance in your life. Continue on your path. You're on the right path. You better wake up and realize you have the tools necessary to elevate. So get in that elevator and go. And go. What am I talking about? This is beautiful. This is real life. This is your life. You are going to arrive at that planned destination. At that planned destination. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Geminis, you got this. You got this. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. I'm on balance right now because I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yes, I'm telling you, you're doing it. You're doing it. Every word that I come up with, I think of a song for it. This is beautiful stuff. You know the song for you? Moving on up to the side. Okay, you got this. Take care. Talk soon. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for sharing your messages with me, with us. Thank you for being a part of Garnet Queen Tarot. We care about our folks, man. This is beautiful. I love this reading. Take care. Talk soon.